that drives my mom crazy. You can't just bring stuff up and then not talk about it. Yeah, I can, Mom. You'll hear about it. Probably everybody will eventually, but...
Well, let's just say that there was a huge event that you were told about by the individual that was involved, and that it was upsetting, and, you know, you're concerned about the consequences of it all.
Yeah.
For him and for the people that were involved, and that, you know, when you're left with like one little piece of information that could mean a lot of things, you know, and you're kind of sitting there like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah. And, you know, how I feel about the situation, it might not be the correct way the situation went down or what happened, but, you know, I feel that this person had and I've witnessed him getting bullied before. But it doesn't, violence isn't the answer.
Never is.
And it's hard to tell that to somebody, though, too, that's not really mentally stable and who's not up to speed with everything that's going on in the world. And then when that person turns on the news and all they're seeing is violence, and it just kind of makes me wonder, too, you know, how much that came into play with it. And, you know, he's just seeing on TV violence, 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 and then he gets to his breaking point, and violence is the answer. And I don't know. I'd be shocked if that didn't have some kind of psychological effect to why, you know, the things went down and what happened. And I just wonder too, you know, and I know I have to get this out of my mind real quick, but before I went today, I was about to get in the shower, and said individual called me, and I didn't answer it. And he called me again, and I didn't answer it. And then I went, and then I actually had a therapist appointment. So I met with my therapist, and as soon as I got off the phone with her, rings again, and I answer it, and that's when I found out. And he's like, "This is what happened," and like he was very distraught, very oh man, I don't even know the word. Just he was like, Winfield, you know, and I'm like, what, you know? And then he just let me have like what happened, and I was like, oh my God, like, you're joking, right? Like, I mean, it's like one of those things where this can't be real, you know. This didn't happen, you know. Like, this doesn't happen to me. People I know don't do this, you know. And like, wow, I was just in shock, you know, and I didn't know what to do or, you know, how to feel. And this person's a part of 217 recovery. And then I just started thinking, what's that going to mean for us? And I don't know. I feel bad for him. You know, he's a person, and you know, again, violence isn't the answer, but you know, this guy doesn't know anybody. He doesn't have family. I mean, we hung out with him last week, you know, went to Buffalo Wild Wings. I mean, we're the closest thing to family he has. And I just feel bad. And I kind of think, man, if I would have just answered the phone before I got in the shower, maybe I could have really helped with the situation. Maybe I could have went and got him. You know, maybe, I mean, there's so many things, and that starts going through my mind. And that's why I said I have to get that kind of thinking out of my head, because his decision of doing what he did, he made that on his own. Now, whether he was in his right mind or not, you know, that doesn't matter. I mean, nothing that I did made him do what he did, you know, or nothing that I didn't do made him do what he did.
Right.
But it's still hard. I hope Chris is okay. it might be hard for him too. But yeah, I don't know. It was like, I still am like kind of in shock really of the whole situation, and I don't know. But I just have to know that I didn't do anything. It wasn't me, and it wasn't my actions, and I don't know.
Yeah. I think, it just, and there's been a lot of things that I think, too, looking at it now and my life in the last, like, week or two, that I'm just, like, certain individuals who you think, it's just, like, out of nowhere, like, break, or, you find out information, you're just like, whoa, like, what's going on here? Like I said, I don't know if it's, like, the cabin fever stuff or, all this violent stuff, like you said, that's being constantly kind of put in your face. It's scary to think about.
Yeah, I wish I would have called my therapist back.
Probably should have.
I probably should have.
Maybe you should tomorrow.
Yeah.
Today.
So I finally did the shirts that I'm going to auction off.
Which look awesome.
Think so?
Yeah.
I got the polo one, black polo, and it has a round, kind of, I guess you call it, I wouldn't call it a new classic, but it's not really the classic logo, but it's like a round logo, and it's on the chest, on the left boobie.
It's classy looking.
Yeah, and then on the sleeve, it just has, like, it's a short sleeve, but it says 217 recovery. It looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other
one. Do you
one,
call that a golf shirt?
Yeah.
That's what it really kind of
golf
reminds
shirt.
Me, yeah.
And then the other one's like a hoodie, and it has the arcade logo.
Mm-hmm. That turned out good.
Kind of, and I put it in, it kind of looks like a poker chip logo, kind of, but it's the arcade-ish. I don't know. It's all right. And then it has like a kind of a font up the left arm of 217 recovery. I think that one looks pretty cool.
You put them on the website?
Not yet, but it will be by the time people are listening to this.
Excellent.
And then, so how should we auction it then? I mean, I could use eBay, but...
I saw this thing. Have you seen Top Hat?
No.
It's this new app.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I know. There's an app for that.
Oh, my God.
And it says it's like eBay, but it's like, well, actually, this probably wouldn't be good for this T-shirt and sweatshirts, but it still is a kind of a neat thing. I didn't download it, so I can't really speak to it really out of my own. Is it good for
just like slightly used accommodators?
No, honestly, I don't know, so I shouldn't be even really talking about it because I haven't even really done it, but it looked really cool. It was an auctioning thing it was 90 seconds that people auction. And then if you have the highest bid after 90 seconds, then you win. And it had it was so funny. They had how they advertised it. Their marketing people did a good job. It had this old lady sitting at the computer, and you don't know what these people are bidding on, in this commercial. And then this old lady, she is on this older computer, and she's apparently, obviously, she gets it, and she's like, "Oh snap!" After the 90 seconds. Yeah, and then it has this couple who are hovering over their laptop, and then the guy's all sweating. And he's like, yes. I don't know. It's called Top Hat. We should look into it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that would be a good idea for the sweatshirts, but I just brought it up because I saw that today. It was a commercial that pops up with Words with Friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's an idea, but I mean, we base our whole livelihood off of your convenience. Listen to the podcast whenever you want. Mm-hmm. Listen on whatever platform you want. We're on all kinds. Spotify, iHeartRadio, all of that, and Castbox, whatever, Podbean or Beanbot, whatever they're called.
I don't even know them all.
I don't even.
There's so many.
There's a lot, but that's the convenient is you can listen whenever you want. You can listen on a long road trip. You can, whenever in the shower, whatever.
Fast forward.
Yeah, if you're
you can rewind.
Sitting in a hotel, working overnights, you can listen. At your convenience. But hurry up and bid on this, and they're gonna be like, "Well, damn, it was yesterday."
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Well, damn, you should have went."
That's what I said. I don't think it'd be good for the sweatshirts, but I think it's a neat app. It just reminded me of it. I think if it worked.
I have an eBay account, but I just don't know. I'd rather people just put in a bid through me or something.
Yeah.
I'll put the shirts online, and I'll create a page for it, and I'll update the bids as they come in the best that I can, and we'll go from there. And we'll see what happens. But I think it's a better way. Because I really don't have time. You don't have time.
No.
Nobody ain't got no time.
Man.
You sitting around making shirts. But I mean, if we do 1 or 2 shirts a week, and if people say, hey, I really want to bid on this week's shirt, female, I wear large, would love a hoodie, then we can throw a hoodie up there. And you could bid your little heart out at it, but yeah, and that way it'll be more fun, and I hope, I don't know, maybe nobody at all will bid. I think that'd be silly because the shirts are pretty badass. But you have some shirts that you're going to design too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because I know you got one for Anna that you wanted to get her as a gift.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you had other ones that, I think one was a sweatshirt kind of. Well, it's not really a sweatshirt.
No, it's like an athletic zip up, like with, I don't know what that material is. It's like I don't know what it is.
Yeah, well, we'll take pictures of it once you get it done.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to freehand design that, or are you going to use?
I'm going to freehand the design. Nice. Probably not the actual logo. Logo will probably be off the computer. Probably the design I will. And
this is, I mean, it kind of sounds silly, but earlier when I was like weeding all the stuff, that's what they call it when you pick the vinyl out. Pick the design out of the vinyl, whatever you want to call it. But it's almost therapeutic. It is therapeutic, actually. I'm not going to call it almost. It is. As I was sitting there earlier doing it, and it's just like, it's therapeutic. It's art.
I know. That's what hobbies are supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be.
And I wouldn't call it a coping skill for me, but it's right. It's a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
It's something I enjoy doing when I can get it centered. and when I,
jeez, don't get me started.
I hate when I press it onto a shirt and it's not centered.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts. Those become my shirts. So you see me walking around town, you'll be like, oh, your logo's crooked. I'm like, yeah, I know.
And you can't tell, trust me.
You can't too.
He makes this big deal about it, and it's like you can't even see the. I'm like, that's what makes it original. See? Turn it into a positive.
Yeah.
There's no other shirt like it.
That's true. Yeah. So check out our website at 217recovery.com. I'll put like a little link right on the main page to auction, or, I'll just call the page auction. So 217recovery.com/auction. And that'll bring you up, and there'll be the 2 shirts that I have on there, and then you can bid, and I'll do a starting bid, and then if you're interested in that, just shoot me an email. The sweatshirt is an extra large, and I think the golf shirt is a large. I'm gonna have to double check that, but I'll put the sizes and stuff on there and the brand of the shirt. And yeah, we'll have fun with it for sure. At least, we're hoping it'll be fun. We'll see how we can mix it up. I mean, if I have to do panties next week, I'll do panties. And
yeah, if you have any ideas for him on what you want, he'll make it for you.
Yeah, and I think that'll be fun too. Some people have been asking me for hats. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, the
hats turn out awesome.
What kind of hats you got? Well, the hats we had done through PGI and Petoskey. Mm-hmm. And they're actually embroidered.
Oh, okay. Some of the ones you have done, though, are the vinyl.
Oh, like the winter.
No, I thought you did some. I thought you did some baseball.
I did one. It didn't work out so hot.
Oh, really?
we have a thing where we can press on the hats, but I don't know. I haven't really messed around with it.
We have to work on that then.
Too much, but